everybody, welcome back to Skyway Classics YouTube channel. We're now going for a ride in our 1967 Chevy Chevelle hardtop. Of course, everybody loved the 67 Chevelle because it was the last year of the longer body style. Always offered the most power and the most beauty, of course. This one we have here featuring a turquoise exterior. As you do see, it has that old school look with the flames coming from the front to the sides. Of course, other than that, you do see it has the torque thrust wheels on it. Four-wheel disc brakes, as you can see through the actual torque thrust wheels. Of course, other than that, you see it has the cool design on the outside. Moving on to the interior now, as you can see, we have the 3-spoke wooden wheel. We have an upgraded digital cluster there. Very weird radio you haven't heard of in a while, the Sonic. Other than that, you got the old school vinyl bucket seats. Same for the back, included with the old school style seat belts. I also want to mention we have the old school console painted the same color with a digital gauge there. I'm assuming that was meant to be the clock. Other than that, you still have the old school bent windows with the cranks. Other than that, moving underneath the hood, you have that nice 427 Big Block motor. Of course, you can see they painted it the exact same color as the car. Of course, with that, you have the very nice automatic TCI transmission. Other than that, you still have your nice power steering, aluminum radiator, MSD ignition. Other than that, it is a pretty sweet little ride. In fact, too much horsepower for this ride. Other than that, if you give it too much gas, you honestly feel like you're going to rip the car apart. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a very extreme way. In fact, I'm afraid this car may run almost like 11 seconds on the track. But other than that, it is a fun little ride. Of course, one of the best rides you can get for Chevy. Other than that, we are just going to get it turned around and up on the lift. So please just stay tuned with us now. And we'll see you underneath.